Hey guys, Gerald here. Today I'm going to show you some tips and tricks on using the FBX-100 pretreatment from FIREBIRD Digital Ink. We're going to go to the famous charcoal shirts, right? And we're going to show what happened. What do you do? What do you do when you get this bleaching effect, right? So the first one I'm going to do is I'm going to try and make the shirt bleach, and hopefully it happens. And then I'm going to show you what you need to do to eliminate that. Let me weigh this shirt first so we can see how many grams we're actually putting down to show. We have this shirt here, Anvil 780. We have 209 grams. The extra large, Anvil 780. Now this shirt will require a little bit more pre-treatment. Even though it's a ring spun like the Spectra, it's a little bit thicker. So it is going to have a little bit more grams to it compared to the black Spectra. And what I'm actually doing, I'm actually going to brush this shirt because it just has a little bit of filtration on top. You can use any type of Wooster brush. So now before we were at 209. Now we're at 238. So this one we actually have 29 grams, which should still be fine, but now we're going to show you. So now we're hitting this at 335 degrees, which is a little too hot. Normally I like to do it at 325, but we're going to try and get that bleaching effect. And I'm going to hit it for just 30 seconds. And see what happens. You see a lot of steam is coming off. There's a lot of moisture between the pre-treatment and the shirt itself. Alright, almost there. That was about 30 seconds. So it's a little bit wet in the middle. I'm going to hit it again for another 10 seconds. Okay. Now it doesn't look too bad right now. It's starting to get slightly pink in the corners. So now what we're going to do here is we're going to imitate as if we printed the shirt, right? So now we have to cure the ink. So now what we're going to do is we're going to hit it again for another 90 seconds straight. And we're going to see what happens with that. And this is all a case of how we pre-treated it at the beginning, whether or not we will get pinkish color. So we're just going to raise the temperature up a little bit to get it to the 345 degrees that's recommended. So that's just going to take a few seconds. And we got a little temp gun right here, right? We can measure our temp. Always good to have one of these. Why? Our heat press here is actually off by about 15 degrees. It's been off since the day we got it. We also used the heat probe also to make sure that it was accurate, and our gun is accurate to our heat probe. Some people say like you shouldn't use these with the presses, but like I said, we measured it with our heat probe against it in all the spots, and our gun was showing up the same. As long as you're about, you want to start it like just past here, so you're a good 12 inches away. You don't want to be 2-3 feet away, and you don't want to be like this, but about right here seems to be pretty accurate. And now we've reached that 345 degrees. So we're going to hit it, and we don't need to put the paper on, but I want to simulate as if we put a print on there already. And now we're going to hit this with the light medium pressure once again. Get it nice and flat and smooth. And this will be for depending on what inks you use. If you use FIREBIRD digital inks, you're at 60 seconds, which is a huge benefit. Because you're going to eliminate having bleaching because you don't have to dry it as long. But if you use an Epson inks, that's about 90 seconds. Rico inks usually about 90 seconds, and then DuPont, that's anywhere from 2 to 3 minutes. So in most cases it's with the DuPont inks that you can get a bleaching effect. But we'll see what happens here after we do this hit for 90 seconds. So here, just after 90 seconds, you can start seeing you're getting that pinkish color, right? And that's what we want to eliminate. So therefore, what we could have done, one, is when we did the pre-treatment, is we could have lowered the temperature. Instead of 330, 335, we had it at 320, 325. Another thing that we can do is, you're not going to hit it for 30 seconds straight, but you're going to hit it with intervals of 10 or 15 seconds. So I'll show you that right here. So I'm going to lower the heat press back down. I'll bring it back down to 325 degrees. Same settings and everything. Brush like before. Take this short now. All the way on top. Paper. Light medium pressure. We have it about a 2 to a 3. Now what we're going to do is after about 10-15 seconds, now this has a lot of steam right away, so I'm just going to go 10 seconds at first. Let that steam come out, give it a little wave, okay, we're going to hit it again. Now I know it does take a little bit more time, but this eliminates problems, eliminates doing bad shirts, and it just does that better prints and quality for your clients. Once again, a lot of steam is coming out. Gonna lift it. It looks like we just need one more hit. You know, at the end of the day, sometimes certain shirts take a little longer, but if you can eliminate mistakes, eliminate mess ups, and have great looking shirts and be able to offer so many different colored shirts to your clients, it's just gonna benefit you in the long run. This is the final 10 seconds. Now this looks good. Now you can see here that it's pretty much like exact same color. I mean, the color's a little shading off because we just took it off the heat press, so it's still warm. But what we'll do now is we'll hit it for 90 seconds, just like we did before, but you're not going to get any bleaching effect due to the way that we cured our pre-treatment first. So let's put this back on there. We're going to raise the temperature back up to, this time, instead of 345, we're going to just do it at 340 for 90 seconds. We'll go light to medium pressure. You know, not as much as you want it for the pre-treatment. This right here is going to be between like a 1 just to a 2. I mean, this is our setting. You don't want to be able to, you know, pull the paper out, but when you push down on it, you definitely don't want to have like a firm press. I know all the heat presses are slightly different with what their settings are at, but you basically want to go where you can pull the paper out, you know, where you can barely pull the paper out, and it's going to be basically 1 full turn of the knob after that. So whatever your pressure setting is, after you can barely pull the paper out, 1 full turn, that's where you're going to want to be at when you're curing the inks. I know that we don't have any inks on the shirt, but we just wanted to show you what would happen after the 90 seconds, as if you would have cured the ink, to show you that there is no bleaching or staining effect on the shirt now compared to the previous shirt that we did. Here, paper up. Now you can see here, boom, nice gray. You know, like I said, it's a smidgen darker than the rest of the shirt. We just took it off the heat press, but you do not see any pinkish color anywhere, no bleaching effect anywhere. And we're gonna get an awesome, you know, would have an awesome print looking on it.